What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev back again for another first listen. What's good? Twitch your boy Dev back again for another live listen, man. You know it's right there, man. Hey, I know I did Tory first. I know a lot of people were mad at me. Again, I've been doing a lot of shit. I started a new business venture, so I kind of been little involved with that, man. So I kind of been taking a back seat from the whole YouTube thing and all that. So, yeah, man. I'm you know, Cudi has always been one of my favorite listens. His past few releases have been a miss for me, and I've stated that. And I'm very honest. No matter how much of a Cudi stan I am, I'm always going to be honest. I'm always going to tell you the truth of how I feel. Just because an artist is my favorite does not mean he can't get criticized when I do not like what he releases. You know, I think that's just kind of just being true to yourself. You know, or not being woke, but you know, just knowing you're not gonna like everything. That's just how it is. But he has an album called Entergalactic that was announced last year. Said it was going to be a whole Netflix special. They are saying there is a Netflix special, some visuals that go with the album. I'm going to actually do that on a separate video, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna give a separate video and talk about that. But today, we're just gonna listen to Entergalactic, man. It's 15 tracks. Y'all know exactly how I like it. The one thing that I do say though, that I am kind of scared is because we've already got one of these tracks on here, Do What I Want. And Do What I Want for me is kind of a it's like an in-between. I'm like, you know, I really like it, I really dislike it. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. But you know, I've seen some other tracks on here. 14 tracks. Got Donnie on here, Dolla twice. I think that's pretty cool. And 2 Chainz, the Dolla 2 Chainz combo. I think that's pretty cool. Again, man, Cudilicious. I expect a lot of hums. Hopefully there's a melodic Cudi, and this is not rapping Cudi. That's like I said, I hope he's in a good space, but at the same time, I hope he actually gives us some of his demons to get us through our hard times, because that's what I feel like Cudi has always done throughout his career. You know, he definitely shares an experience. You know, his experience is the same thing that we kind of been going through in the last 10 years, and it's definitely a hard time right now for a lot of people, especially with the economy being fucked. So, let's just listen to this, man. Like always, if you guys want to watch the full video, it is on Patreon as always. Get the video to, you know what, 2,000 likes. I got to start dropping that down just because maybe I'm being a little bit unfair. 2,000 likes, we will release part 2. Because I already know I'm only going to do like motherfucking maybe 10 of these shits before it gets to the 30-minute mark. And then I'm going to have to cut it right there. But anyways, man, like always, Ben, ASMR. Fucking talking too much. We got Entergalactic, Cudilicious. Y'all ready? Track 1. Entergalactic theme. So I feel like the intro is definitely a very kind of cinematic intro. I could see how this could tie with a visual intro if it was a visual album. There's probably a lot of shit going on in that experience, but I don't hear a lot of Cudi, just a female kind of voice humming around. All right, track 2 is New Mode.
When it seems it's all too much and your soul it can't be rushed, no.
This is my Cudi. Like, whenever I hear Cudi, man, this is like what I'm used to. This is what I've grew up on him with. This was all throughout my 20s, and I feel like whenever I hear this type of Cudi, like this type of Cudi, is that he's just, that man's in his element when he's doing shit like this, for real. Better than the original shit that he released, that Do What I Want. I did not like Do What I Want. I told you I made that very vocal, but I definitely feel like this is way better than Do What I Want, and this is up to my par. You know, like it's definitely some better Cudi that I've heard, but this is some chill shit that I could definitely vibe with, you know. That bitch fire. You know, like I said, melodic Cudi. You can't really beat melodic Cudi. No one's ever going in listening to Cudi for lyrics. I don't know. Who's going into Cudi listening for lyrics? I've never gone into a Cudi album asking for lyrics. I thought Man on the Moon 3 definitely grew. It wasn't as, you know, I just liked it when I first heard it. You know, half and half to name it Man on the Moon 3. But there's definitely some tracks that hit. You know, there's about 4 or 5 of them that really hit for me, and that I enjoy heavily. You know, That was definitely a cool track. Like I said, melodic. If we're gonna get something like that, I think that would be dope. Again though, I've listened to Cudi since what, '08. Make it say oh 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 oh. You know, like way back in the day. Kanye. I was what? That track came out. I was 16. Might have been 17 when that Poker Face fucking mix came out. Because I used to always get Lady Gaga Poker Face and that Poker Face kind of mixed up. I was like, is this the same song or a remix? And so I've been listening to Cudi, man, since I was 17. I'm 31 years old, about to be 32 years old now. Damn, I'm about to be 32. Holy shit, bro, I'm getting old, man. God damn. Oh man, that shit hurt a nigga's soul. But I always say, man, like when I've listened to Cudi, man, I've had, you know, a very, you know, a specific sound I grew up to him, and so kind of just like, you know, hearing it now, I mean, I get it, the evolution, and you know, you gotta definitely grow with the times, but I'm just, you know, there's something that's sometimes missing about me. I don't know if it's because he's healed, and you know, he doesn't have that pain anymore. I feel like the last painful album he had to be Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying, because, you know, all throughout that album I felt it, but my God, it's like, you know, I feel like for me it's just something missing in terms of the feels that I used to always get, you know. Obviously track 3 is Do What I Want. I uploaded a video. You can guys go watch that if you want to watch it. We already did that. Rap Cudi, I'm not really, you know, like, let it. Yeah, that's like, for me, that's like, I wasn't really feeling that, but I mean, I get what he was doing there. Cudi's always gonna do like a hybrid kind of shit. It's just track 4 though, it's Angel. Uncle Dev, yeah. I'm literally Uncle Dev at this point. I gotta switch my name to Uncle Dev, you know.
Tell me the near side of you is such an angel in your halo.
Yeah, it definitely feels like an interlude. I feel like it's a little bit more tranquil too. You know, it's like, it has a little tranquil vibe. You know, like, you know, Cudi just, you know, giving us a subduction. He's subducing us. You know, it's just real chill. You know, it feels peaceful. And there go them cuddalicious hums, bro. You know, like, again, very, very peaceful ass track, man. Like I said, more of an interlude. That actually could probably grow on me to be one of those kind of tracks that I just throw on. It's just kind of chill. Again, like, I feel the vibes. I see what he's doing here. It's just track 5, Ignite the Love.
These things inside, you know them now. I see you.
I can see this. I can see this one being that one. You. Hey.
It's just you and I. Ooh, I need your body.
Like a jungle vibe, but at the same time, you know, it's still peaceful and still Cudi-esque. But you know, you got that little upbeat jungle vibe going to it. You know, got a little Sade feel to it a little bit if you hear some old Sade.
I see you see me ignite the love. I see you.
Beat drop to that bing 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 scene up.
I'm the lonely man, baby.
That's that Pharaoh Cudi. This is that Cudi. Oh, this is that Cudi. Cudi.
Rolling through my hands on my knives, speeding by and I hit the walls. There she stands and we share a stare. No, I know there's a truth I can't hide.
I feel like, you know, I feel like I've heard that sound before. I'm trying to think of like.
You swim all through my mind. Just give me one.
Damn. This is, you know, that's a playlist too. This is what I'm talking about. Like these two tracks right here, back to back. This literally, I sucked a cock in Poland. That's crazy. This is literally like when I like, this is Cudi. This is the Cudi that I've always grew up to. This is that Cudi. Like,
I can explain what I'm feeling, so I will wait and I'll wait for you.
sounds a little offbeat there though. Sounds a little offbeat though, but like, I'm still fucking with the tempo. Damn, that shit hit. Oh, I wish he would hit again. Oh, that was a dope track. I gotta say, that was a dope track again. Those two tracks remind me of exactly why I used to listen to Kid Cudi and why I loved him. You know, why I always support Kid Cudi. Somebody mentioned that this might be his you know, his last album, and if that is, or you know, one of the last album that he does, and you know, if you're asking my opinion how I feel about it, you know, I would definitely be upset because I do love, you know, wish my artists could make music forever and, you know, continue to have fun and just enjoy themselves. But, you know, I get it. Sooner or later, they're going to have to retire and the next wave up is going to have to come. But, you know, we'll see what's in store. And I don't know. I mean, Cudi has definitely given me his fair share of albums that I can enjoy for the rest of my life. And I wouldn't be too mad if he decides to call it a quits and call it a wrap. And, you know, that's just how I feel about it. I'd be content because I will always have Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying, the true Man of the Moon 3. And then I will always have Man of the Moon 1 and 2. Indica, you know, like, you know, there will always be, you know, Cudi that we could listen to. Kid named Cudi. Shit like that. So, yeah, I think that but these last two tracks, though, definitely put a smile on my face because that's the Cudi that I grew up, you know, loving. Track 7, Willing to Trust, featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
I don't want you to go, sincerely yours forevermore.
It's also got like a fucking, you know, like a soul rock type vibe, you know, like that's kind of what I'm feeling with the beat. Like, it's definitely like a soul rock kind of vibe, and I'm feeling the production well. The production is definitely fire. It's some Cudi mixed with some not the usual Cudi, but it's mixed with some shit. You feel me? Like space punk rock. I think that's a great way to describe it. Yeah, I would describe it like that. Yes.
Willing to trust someone.
That man said, nah, nah, nah. Man, Ty Dolla very underrated. Very underrated. As much as he does his feature, and we love featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Ty Dolla $ign is definitely underrated when it comes to that singing shit, man. The man literally jaded. Background jaded. Back again. That bitch being back. That boy Ty Dolla be going crazy with the vocality, bro. Like, I fuck with the vibe, man. And man, this also reminds me of like Marijuana, like a little bit of Marijuana, but like a little bit of space punk rock into it. You feel me? Like, oh my God. That's Pursuit of Happiness. That kind of that little jingle, you know, that towards the end of the song. And it's humming Cuddalicious. Oh, that man, he's just humming, boy. Like, it's crazy. Like the last two tracks that we've literally talked about, I've said that it reminded me of Marijuana, and then it reminded me of In the Pursuit of Happiness, kind of having that little jingle there. Not saying it was a full sample. I'm saying it had a little jingle there. I just think that it's pretty dope, man. Like when you really like, damn, that's holy fucking shit. That was a track. First part, second part too. Ty Dolla $ign did his thing on a feature, and then you get into what's that called? You get into like Cudi just humming. He was doing the yodeling too. I thought the yodeling was pretty dope. It's just like, man, like that was definitely and experience and something that's really dope, and I can appreciate that, man. Like, my God, I fucked with that track. Like, that was a track. Next track is Can't Believe It featuring 2 Chainz. Titty Boy always got a great feature too, so don't sleep on Titty Boy with the feature.
Rhythm motherfucking flight. When the city lights shine and the mood is right. When you sippin', they know through the city and I'm coasting biscuit oven. Can't believe it, baby. No, you can't believe it, baby. Peas in the back, but the odd part about it, we was evenly matched. Yeah, I've been coasting since a Motorola.
You know, it's crazy. So all I heard is El Pollo Loco is from Rush Hour. And so when I actually went to Cali and went to LA, you know, a couple times that I've been now, it's literally like, it's like the same, like there's literally El Pollo Loco. Like, that bitch is everywhere. Like, I thought that nigga Chris Tucker used to just say the El Loyo Poco, you know, like El Pollo Loco. Like, I thought that was just a place, like, you know, that he just be saying. Like, no, that's really all over. Like, I could have did without that one. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, again, rapping Cudi. You know, definitely hits when sometimes. I think that was one of the better rapping Cudis. But that track right there is, you know, I like 2 Chainz shit. 2 Chainz shit was kind of cool. You know, like he has some funny bars in there as he always does. But I think that I would probably skip that more so often than, you know, I think because it's just, and I just know myself. I would get tired of it in the car. I'm just like, next track.
This life goes on and on, yeah.
This is a grower. This is a grower. But because there's been many tracks that he's done like this in the past that have always grown on me. So that's why I say this is a grower.
This life goes on and on, yeah.
Yeah.
Living my truth is all I know.
Yeah, that's a no for me either. Like, I feel like a younger Cudi would have killed that.
Listen to top tracks.
I just think that it's a wait, they're not blue anymore? Correct. Again, no, I'm not mad. If Sean disliked it, if Needle, you know, Melon disliked it, all them, like, that doesn't affect me. Same thing, it should work with you guys. You should not let that affect you guys. You know, no matter what music reviewers, that includes myself, are saying about an album or saying how they feel, because that's essentially what they're doing, saying how they feel. That should not affect what you like. If you like that shit, then bump that shit, bro. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Track 10, Maybe So.
Silent suffering, baby. Yeah. Say that I'll heal in time. Maybe so, maybe not. Take it slow and you.
Oh, this is fucking dope, bro. Yo, this is dope, bro. Like, I'm a production guy first when it comes to everything. Like, I just love production. So whenever I hear tracks like this, like, I just, you know, I appreciate it. You know, I genuinely think this is what Kid Cudi tried to achieve in Speed and Bullet. Maybe. There's definitely a big rock influence in this album, and that's what I'm feeling. It definitely feels very rockish, but it feels dope. You know, I always said Cudi can do great on rock tracks if he would find his right sound, and man, this is dope. The lyrics may be very surface level and not really too deep, but I'm more of a production guy, so production is always going to play a factor for me, and that's what's going to be dope. So. You know, you want a song to keep going. Like, you just kind of just like sitting there like, man, I wish this would keep going, and then it ends too early, even though it's been going on for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's a playlist though, man. I definitely love the rock influence there. Very simple, man, but just very emotional, and that's exactly like what I've been speaking about. Like, I want Kid Cudi to bring his emotions, you know, because I feel like that's what he's done in his previous albums. And again, he may be healed. Maybe he's super healed nowadays, and definitely not as hurt as he was before, which is a great thing. you know, in real life. But it's kind of like fantasy football, you know. You know, we love the players in real life, but you know they just ass as fucking fantasy, you know. Like, so it's kind of just like that. That's how it is right here with Kid Cudi. You know, like I'm glad that he's doing great in real life. He's just fucking up the fantasy numbers though, you know, nowadays. You feel me? Like, but that's definitely a playlist right there. That maybe so is definitely
Just another fight. What's going on? Or did you wrong? I can't deny my lovely. Since I met you, no one ever wanna let you go. Can we get you?
I'm glad that this is also like the album is called Intergalactic, and I really do feel like this is intergalactic. What's poppin'? It's cool. Intergalactic. Ooh, and damn, it's been a while since I heard that song. There goes Ty Dolla in the background. Oh. I love Ty Dolla, even though he was a feature on that one. He had a less of an impact than he did on the last feature, on the first song that he did. But even his end, like, you know, the vocality, you know, Ty Dolla definitely can sing his ass off. That's one thing he can do. And then him giving this kind of little bit of the ad libs there. Again, his ad lib game go crazy when he be in that background, just oh. That man got a crazy ad lib game. So Ty Dolla, man, you know, I fuck with Ty Dolla. That was a nice little salt to put on the track, man. I definitely fuck with that, man. That was definitely a playlist, man. Again, that's what I feel like. This really feels like an outer space experience. It's an intergalactic type shit. You know, that's exactly what I feel like with the album of the title of the album. You know, he definitely is getting that aura and that atmosphere in the album. Track 12, She's Looking For Me.
She's looking for me. She's looking for me. Oh, she's looking for me. Tonight she'll be scoring. Let go all the fears. Ain't no thinking twice. Finally he texts back.
Now that I'm listening to it now, man, this album is really rock inspired. This is his, probably I would say, most heavily rock album. Next to Speed and Bullet, I guess. Speed and Bullet was very wild in what he did there, but I feel like this is kind of just like his real rock attempt here. And it's actually pretty dope, you know, like
Sexing till the morning light.
yeah, no, I see it. I'm saying right now, like, you know, like I'm cooling, you know, I'm just enjoying the vibes, but I can see myself like
Say you wanna say and you need me. Yeah. As epic as can be my drug. Let you be. Will you take my heart, lady? Take my heart, lady. If you fall.
yo, this is dope. Oh, that's fucking dope. Holy shit. You didn't hear that beat? Like, it had this like dark ambient kind of vibe to it. The production was crazy. Like, it's so crazy, bro. Like that track was fire as fuck. Like, when you really listen to it, like, that is probably the closest we'll get to an old Cudi track than we've been. Like, that right there, because that was dope as fuck. Yeah, that shit was he was just floating on that bitch, bro. Like, man. Next track is with Donnie. Somewhere to Fly with Donnie. This one gotta be crazy.
She lives free in my mind now. She's my sunset side. Soaring across the ocean for you and I flew back. Ooh, baby, got me turning. It's the way
Like, the beginning of the album was, you know, I love the intro, but ever since we got from like past Do What I Want, like the whole album is, ever since we got to the Dolla track, or In Love, no, we got Ignite the Love. From that point on, the album has literally been like fucking just fire. It's been an experience, if that's how we could say it. It's definitely been an experience. Next track though, before I give my words, let me Burrow with Don Toliver again. This is a bonus track though. It has Dot on it though, so it shouldn't be too bad, right?
In the morning, feeling right, yeah, feeling right, yeah. Living out my dreams, ain't nothing boring. Feel like
Yeah. It's a bonus track, so I'm not gonna count it towards the album, but I just had to listen to it. I mean, I get it. Steve Aoki, big EDM type shit. I mean, Dot's on there as well for the production. He's gonna put his little thing in, and then Donnie. We'll leave it at that. Excluding Burrow, I'm not gonna include that in the actual album. Excluding Burrow, I gotta say, man, this album was very, very, very surprising. I knew that. Okay, let me not bullshit. I didn't think the album was gonna be good. Like my expectations were all the way down, and that's just because of the previous listens I've listened to from Kid Cudi that have been very kind of just disappointing for me, and how I just not really am feeling it. The Scott, that goes from the Scots, that goes from the track with Eminem, that goes for the track with that You Do What I Want that he dropped, that goes for a lot of the recent stuff that he's been dropping. Not including Donda when he did Moon, because that was fire. But I just gotta be like, it's like, you don't want to have your expectations too high, because you know what happens when you do that. You just let down. It's for the most part usually always let down. But I gotta say, man, for the album to be called Intergalactic, having this kind of space punk rock feel, from, like I said, from the point of Angel, Ignite My Love, or Ignite the Love, that the album was bumping. Now there was a couple tracks on here that was, kind of funny. Like Living My Truth is a funny track that, he always has at least one of those in his albums. That's what he's been doing that since Man on the Moon 1. Can't Believe It is also a track that I love 2 Chainz's verse, but thought it was a little weird. Like I said, there's a couple misses on here, but when these tracks get into that spacey, intergalactic feel, that's where I feel like the album is just, it comes all together. Again, I have not watched the visual shit. I'm going to watch it sometime this week, and I'll do a separate video for that when I do watch it. But I can see probably if the visuals are great. He's been hyping that up all year since last year when he talked about his album, that he was going to do that Netflix series or whatever on Hulu or Amazon, whatever it was on, and saying that was going to be a big integration in his album. So I actually want to watch that, and I think that I always say videos usually for like if example look at The Heart Part 5 with Kendrick Lamar. The song's fire already, but when you watch the video, it definitely gives it even more, of a feel and a connection to the music. But like I said, for the first time listening to this, man, I'm very, very, very happy with it. And if I had to give a rating, I would say it's like 7.5 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10, man. Like, if I had to give it a rating, like ratings are just funny. At the end of the day, if you gave me 5 good tracks on your album, 4 good tracks on your album that I put on my playlist, you did your part as an artist. That's how always my rule is now. But people like ratings. They want to hear ratings, but that's what I would give it a rating: 7.5, 8 out of 10 first listen. But there's literally, I'm counting right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks on my playlist that I put on there. 6 out of 14, I cannot be mad at that. That's half the album. So, Kid Cudi, man, if this is his last album, I wouldn't say he has to go out with a bang, but whenever he decides to make music, I'll always be appreciative to what he did for me in my lifetime with music, because I've been jamming his shit out since I was 17 years old, 16 years old actually. And, to get to now here is like, yeah, just.
I wanna dance with you for eternity. Sure like to see that body wet. Calls from the dark.
Anyways, man, yeah, that's just been great, man. So YouTube, if you guys want to watch the full video, is on Patreon as always. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking the video. Get the video 2,000 likes, 3,000 likes. Move on the wall, even though the wall is basically filled up, so there's no more room for that. Maybe when I get a new spot, we gonna fill the other wall up. But love y'all. Till next time, it's boy Dev. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. If you want to watch the full videos, it's on Patreon. If you guys don't follow my anime channel, follow my anime channel, man. Bleach did come out today. Follow my anime channel, man. You guys see all those videos, man. And yeah. Till next time, it's boy Dev. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. We're out. Peace.